Hello everyone, myself Dr. Mousumi Devi. I'm from the Department of Management, Dishpur College. Today I am going to present a lecture on Indian knowledge system, but my emphasis will be on management parts only, where this knowledge system of Vedic period and Vedic thoughts are used. And topic where that I have chosen today is basically about how to integrate these Vedic principles and philosophies in better management practices. So I am going to present my study with the title Integration of Vedic Philosophy with Management Philosophies for Better Management Practices. And here, while presenting my study, I had considered the work done by Western management thinkers like Henry Fayol, Peter Drucker, Henry Gant, H. Gant, and also our Indian philosophers that they had given their thoughts way back during 2000 years back during Vedic period only. So I have taken the thoughts given by Chanakya and his various operational aspect he had presented during his time. So these things are integrated in my studies, and let's go for it. So my emphasis will be more on the use of some aspects of Vedic philosophy in management functions and principles. And all the Vedic these principles are not being considered because this particular jargon, that is the use of Veda and Upanishad, is a very big and it's a very large resources, and some of the topics that I only highlighted. And my findings basically I tried to present through this work is that the Vedic philosophies and principles like principle of Sarvodaya, Sarvaloka Hitam, etc., if properly can be learned and used, can solve many complicated management issues that are being faced in today's competitive management, competitive world. And today these managers' tasks are being so getting so much complex because of this globalization aspect. Uncertainties are going on, managing the work, managing the people, their mindset, because we all know that managing people is the toughest job, because here human brains we need to handle in a different way because they are not machines. So when some while motivating employees, we can use Vedic thoughts to bring all the employees in under one umbrella. So the manager, especially the HR manager or the person who is in charge of these people as group leader and all, he can use various management Vedic thoughts in managing his group also. So here I would like to give introduction part is that in management, actually we can have this management thoughts, and we have studied this management thoughts started from 1900 onwards, and this 1900 and it has developed more after 1980, and till date it's been developing stage only. And we in management philosophy or management discipline, we study this these various thoughts given by Western writers under three different periods, that is classical theory period, neoclassical theory period, and modern theory period. But India, I would like to say that, but in India, the principles of management and administration is presented in Vedic literature even before, as the origin of Rig Veda can be traced back to 600 years BC. Indian philosophy is very rich with four Vedas, as we all know, four Vedas and Upanishads, the Kautilya's Arthashastra, Chanakya's policy about good governance and management, Aryabhatta's mathematical teachings, astronomical learnings, astrological knowledge, Ayurveda, Natya Shastra, etc. It is all enriched the world of knowledge, and thousands. This has enriched the world, this knowledge 1,000 years back, but due to various reasons, it was not that much in limelight. But thanks to our present education system, we can say, or present awareness growing among the people, we are also going back to our roots and to find what we can do to integrate those Vedic thoughts with modern management practices. So here because of this only, keeping this into my mind, I tried to present my findings here. And we can say that the nature of work in a globalized environment becomes more and more complex, and in the era of working with virtual learning organization, the task of manager has become more demanding. And today's organization is an open system, as we all know, where we are in direct contact with the external environmental factors, and we need to focus on those various external environmental factors. We need to adapt to these situations. And now, apart from this, our organizational culture becomes more and more unique and diverse, with employees coming from cross-cultural, cross-regional identity, cross-geographical locations, with this ethnic, who are having their ethnic ideas or values, lifestyles. Their own way of leading the life is also different. But as a manager, we have to, the manager need to integrate all different aspects of human, these values and ideas under his boundary, because he need to get the work done through this diverse workforce itself. So here, to untangle all the diverse values into one, the organization can put the same sense of this togetherness by enlightening the employees with Vedic thoughts through motivational talks. The manager can make them adapt the philosophy as stated by the Santri mantra, peace hymn, which is basically presented in Sanskrit language. And the hymn states that, "Oh my God, may God protect us during the journey of awakening our knowledge. May God nourish us with that spring of knowledge which nourishes life when awakened. May we walk together with energy and vigor, cleaning ourselves with that flow of energy for the knowledge to manifest. May our study be enlightened, taking us towards the true essence underlying everything, and not giving rise to hostility by constructing the understanding of the essence in a particular manifestation only. Om, peace, peace, peace." And by integrating this Vedic philosophy, they may be considerate to each other's values and cultures that may foster a spirit of brotherhood and organizational peace. So apart from this also, I'm going to present the idea of Frederick Taylor, Henry Gant, Henry Fayol, Elf Mayo, Peter Drucker, and Edward Deming, and whatever they have stated during their this valuable work. And I am trying to put some Vedic thoughts in their trying to relate their thoughts with Vedic thoughts also through this study, my paper only. And this I'm presenting that. Henry Fayol, we all know, he had given 14 principles of management, and those 14 principles, while applying in present management context, we can use several. Just now I have stated about the Sarvodaya principle, so we can integrate that Sarvodaya principle along with the 14 principles of Henry Fayol also. Then again, here I'm again saying that management, as we all know, it's a multi-purpose organ that manages business and manages managers and manages workers and work. But this function of management, as we all know, it's universal and it's an applied science, and which is again dynamic in nature. And this principle of management are using Indian organization, integrating its local values and ethos. And the organizations would emphasize on working for an organization economic structure based on Sarva Loka Hitam, which means universal well-being. The basic managerial functions started with planning. While planning, emphasis would be made on the mantra Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, for inclusive growth of the organization. In determining the existence and functioning of an organization, the basic principles of management, based principles of objective, principles of specialization, principles of authority and responsibility, principle of definition can be integrated with the principle of Loka Sammate Sukhitaha Bhavanta. May all beings everywhere be free and happy, can be integrated. And this will surely bring more acceptability to the organization norms, because when we feel that whatever these principles or policies taken by the management are only for our betterment only, it is more acceptable for us. So we can develop the sense of principles of Loka Samartha Sukhino Bhavantu. This principle we need to inculcate in the minds of the employee concerned, so that the employees can work as a team leader, and they can now value each other's worth in the organization. Similarly, in organizing the structure of work, responsibility and authority, the modern management should integrate the Vedic learnings. While designing the organization structure, the philosophy of Sarvodaya can be followed. Sarvodaya means universal upliftment and upliftment of all without discrimination. Then again, Sarvodaya again means that the rise of or welfare of all is if we develop in a proper way by giving fair and equal treatment and sympathy, being sympathetic to all, we can have all-round development in the organization itself. Then apart from this, obviously our culture is rich with the thoughts of Buddha and Mahavir also. So I am putting some of the Buddhism thoughts and Mahavir Jain's this preachings to manage or in organizational context itself. And here it goes like as stated by Buddha and Mahavir Jain on their preaching to the masses almost 3000 years back. Here again Gandhiji was also influenced by this principle after reading John Ruskin's tract on political economy unto this last. It was further supported by J.P. Chandra, stating decentralized of both political and economic power. Sarvodaya provides opportunity for all-round development of the individual and the society. So here I am saying that not only that the thoughts of Gandhiji was influenced by the Buddhism and Mahavir Jain's thoughts, and also the Vedic thoughts. He was greatly influenced by these Vedic thoughts also, because through Gandhiji's philosophy also, he had highlighted many aspects of management principles here. And again, not only he was influenced by our Indian philosophers, he was also influenced by these Western writers also. And we can say that if we can adopt or adapt the Gandhiji's philosophy in present day modern management system, we can also solve many issues like the conflict within an organization, and which basically arises because of the differences between employers and employees at workplace. And again, going further to my work, I would also like to present that when we are saying that about the theories of Frederick Taylor, his contribution, as we all know, as scientific management theory, and we can integrate the Vedic principle with scientific management theory. And the Vedic principle which is suggested is Sarvo Loka Hitam, which means universal well-being. And what will be the expected result if we can integrate our Vedic thought with Taylor's thought, is that employee management conflict can be minimized as both the parties will spontaneously respond to each other's need and well-being. Then again, I'm highlighting about Henry Gunn's contribution, and his contribution basically focused on tax and bonus system and Gantt chart to give the bonus to the workers. And here again we can also highlight the concept of Sarvo Loka Hitam, which means universal well-being. And it will be like outcome if we can integrate Gantt tax bonus plan with our Sarvo Loka Hitam, is that there will be again inclusive growth of the organization. Then Henry Fayol, as we all know, his theory is known as administrative management theory, and we can integrate the Vedic thought here as the principle of Sarvodaya, that is rising of all. And outcome will be that remove ambiguity, inefficiencies, and less bureaucratic control. Again, I'm highlighting the thoughts of Elton Mayo, and we all know about Elton Mayo for his famous studies on Hawthorne studies, his experiment on Hawthorne studies. So here I'm suggesting to integrate Sarvo Loka Hitam, which means universal well-being, and outcome will be there will be change in the attitude of individual behavior, group behavior, and it will foster cooperative concept. Again, we all know about Peter Drucker, and he is known for his MBO technique, and the philosophy that I am suggesting is that philosophy of Sarvodaya, which means that rise of welfare of all. And outcome will be, if we integrate MBO technique with Sarvodaya, is that the human elements in production organization will collectively develop to be more resourceful. And lastly, I'm saying about Edward Deming, and his philosophy is his contribution is known for his system of profound knowledge, and I am suggesting here the Loka Samartha Sukhinova Bhavanti. That means may all being everyone being everywhere we feel free and happy, and outcome will be that easy acceptance to the transformation both at individual level and organization level, and again this will give a vast change in our whatever we are practicing today. It will bring a positive impact in our thoughts. So in summarizing, I can say that Vedic philosophy is making human resources more resourceful. Similarly, to make the human resources more resourceful, Vedic learning has a lot to offer, and the Hindu philosophy basically aims at purifying mind and soul for an accomplished human being. Even psychologists also opine that a satisfied human mind and soul is always a better performer. So here again in the verse 47 and 49 of Bhagavad Gita, it laid emphasis on karma. It is important that employees should understand that karma is entirely, the concept of karma comes from the karma yoga of Bhagavad Gita, in which Lord Krishna also says to Arjuna about doing his work without thinking about the result. So with this, I try to conclude my today's lecture on this integrating Vedic thought with management principles. Thank you.